Hey guys, welcome to the Cold Dive. If you're watching this video, you're either a business owner, owner-operator, staff member, somebody who's responsible for maintaining the water inside of this plunge. Today, I'm gonna walk through a few simple things you need to do in order to keep cold, clean water for your customers. All right, guys, so step one of keeping your water cold and clean. This is gonna be one of your best friends right here. It is our product from Sorona called chlorinating granules. This right here, all you need is a simple 1/4 teaspoon to start. You'll be provided with a scooper here that has this exact measurement, and all you have to do is take a small 1/4 teaspoon of these granulars and put them in. Now, what is this doing? This is adding active chlorine into the water. Chlorine is going to constantly and actively kill any bacteria, anything, any debris, anything building up inside of your plunge is going to help kill that. As it kills it, it is also using up that chlorine. So this needs to be added on an as-needed basis. For starting out in a commercial facility, we recommend checking this daily with active test strips and seeing what your chlorine levels are. I'll show that in the next part of this video so you can see what to look for and how much your chlorine levels need to be. Levels of chlorine. To be safe, you want to have at least a slight pink level on the test strip. Typically, we try to aim for at least 3. However, if you want to be more conservative, you can go higher on chlorine. And if you want to be less conservative and find a more optimal balance for your customers, you can go a little bit lower. Always make sure, though, you have at least some active chlorine in your plunge to ensure that there's no bacteria growth and it's doing its job. Step 2 is filters. There are 2 filters on your machine. One is in the line, which we call a hair catcher, designed to catch hair and things alike. And the other is a more fine filter on the back of your machine, designed to catch debris and finer material. These filters do need to be changed frequently, which we'll go over in the next step as to how frequent that is for your facility, depending on the amount of plungers you have coming in and out. All right, now we're going to show you how to access your filters. Step 1, make sure that your chiller is unplugged entirely. There's no power going to the chiller. Step 2, go ahead and shut your valves. Make sure they're in the off position as such, shown right here on all 3 valves. After you have your valves closed, we can go ahead and access our filters without too much water coming out of your plunge. To access the filter behind the chiller, we're simply going to use the tool that was provided with you right here. And if it's a little bit hard to get, just apply pressure and the canister will come off. Once we do such, you will have some water that comes from here. Will not be too much, but there will be a little bit, so be careful of that. And then you can simply remove it here and pull your filter. Now, if this is dirty, you can go clean your filter. To change your hair catcher filter, again, make sure that you've got your valves closed so that no water is flowing through. We're simply just going to loosen right here and remove the filter. A little bit of water may come out of your line. Don't be alarmed. You can simply go clean this in the house or in wherever your facility is. Make sure you've got a nice clean filter. Pop it back in and leave the opening side faced up. Push in here and tight. Make sure you get a nice tight grip here. Hand tight is completely okay, and you're good to go. Now that we've got a nice clean filter, we're going to put it back onto our chiller. We're going to put the skinny side in first, and it's actually got some grooves built in into the housing, so it fits perfectly right in. Before placing this back onto the machine, ensure that you have your O-ring inside of the housing. If this is not there, there will be a leak, and the chiller will not function properly. Once you've got everything there, simply just put right here and twist on as such. You do not need to use the tool to tighten. Just make sure you got a nice, strong hand grip on the housing, and that's all you need. Now, we've got some dirty filters here to show you how to clean these properly. First, we're just going to get the debris off the top of the filter. Okay, we're going to do that for both filters. Now that we've got your filters rinsed off, we're going to use the Sorona Spray and Rinse Filter Cleaner. This step is only necessary if you tend to notice there's more buildup and more stuff inside of your filter you can't get out. This Spray and Rinse Filter Cleaner will do a good job at disinfecting the filter as well as helping get some of that more tougher debris that is stuck in there. To do so, we're going to coat this filter entirely with the chemical. As you do so, be careful as the chemical is very strong and can be very stainful to your hands and other areas, so do so in a contained space that isn't going to get the rest of your things dirty. Okay, now that we've got the thing fully coated, we're going to let it sit straight up as such so that it can actually sit in some of this chemical and allow it to work at getting that extra debris and grime off of the filter. Wait about 5 to 7 minutes, and once you've done so, you can rinse the filter entirely. Now that it's been 5 to 7 minutes, we can go ahead and rinse our filter entirely. Again, please be careful with your hands and other things, cuts, open wounds, etc. It is a very strong chemical that can cause stains and things alike. As you can see, this is just getting some of that extra debris off. And if you're having trouble getting some of the things still, we've provided you with 2 brushes here that actually fit the internal diameter of this filter, and you can use this to clean the inside. Okay, as you can see, we've now got both of our filters nice and clean. We are ready to pop these back in. Step 3 is going to be cleaning the top of your plunge. Now, because we have a vertical plunge, debris and things alike sometimes tend to sit towards the top and hug the sides of the plunge. Don't be alarmed by this. All you need to do is wipe down the sides of the plunge and clean out the debris every so often. We've provided you with some awesome tools to do so, a skimmy net and a cleaning pad that you can simply wipe along the edges to bring the debris off, and use your skimmy net to grab the debris that might be hanging loose towards the top.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our support team. We're available 24/7.